So, what is the difference between sales and marketing? My name's Chris Badgett, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through some of the nuances because this isn't always clear to people who are, getting into business, getting into entrepreneurship, in charge of, owning the revenue numbers in a company. Sales versus marketing is not always clear which is which, and the lines have never been more blurred than they are today. So, my good friend Chris Bentliff, he describes marketing as if you're working in marketing that you really understand and own the customer or the prospective customer's problem. Whereas when you're in sales, you really own and understand the product that your business offers or the business you're working in offers. So that's a big difference, where the marketer is telling the story that is attracting leads around talking about the problems and the opportunities that a certain type of person or industry has. Whereas the salesperson is, after they get that lead, they are having a conversation with that person or company and helping make sure that the solution offered by your business is the best fit and can address all the problems. And if there's any kind of concerns or questions, that they understand the product so well that they can navigate the prospect to ultimately closing the sale. So marketing is more like lead generation, and sales is more like the activities around the conversion point or the close. Now let's talk about some different types of marketing and some different types of selling. So there's three main types of marketing that I learned from Aaron Ross in his great book a long time ago called Predictable Revenue. He calls them seeds, stones, and spears, but uh, I'm just going to use different terminology for them. In terms of marketing, the three kinds are inbound, outbound, and relationship. Inbound is content marketing. It's creating things that attract inbound leads into your business. This is where you see people doing things like creating ebooks or building podcasts or YouTube channels or blogging or creating white papers or writing a book on the topic. This is all designed to create inbound leads. Outbound sales is prospecting. That's where you know who your target market is, and this is more on the side of what the salesperson does. But the marketing person is going to really develop the kind of the avatar or the person that the salesperson is going to go after because they really understand the market. Relationships is also something where sales and marketing can work together. So let me give you an example. On the marketing side, you may develop some kind of relationship with somebody in your industry that shares the same type of customer profile, and you might decide to go create some content together. Maybe that's a podcast, maybe that's a joint venture webinar. So those are doing things that are creating marketing kind of content, but through that were developed through developing a relationship in your industry. That's why it's important to go to conferences and network both online, offline, and spend some time adding value to your industry, not just trying to squeeze as much leads out of it as you can by yourself. Now, sales, as an example, let's say the marketing team creates this joint venture webinar, or starts the podcast and then they do a webinar together where they're kind of offering both products together at the same time or adding value in some kind of way. What where the sales team would come in is, let's say at the end of that webinar there's a call to action to schedule a call for a strategy session or whatever you want to call it, where the sales team now gets on the phone to help close the deal or make sure that the prospect is a good fit if they're interested in whatever the offer was on the joint venture webinar. So that's an example of sales and marketing working together. I hope this was helpful. In this day and age, uh, marketing, they're both important. Marketing and sales are both important. But this day and age, with social media and the ubiquity of where everybody's a publisher from their website or can create things like podcasts, YouTube channels, social media strategies, personal brands, these things, these marketing activities are so essential. So if I was going to prioritize one over the other, I would actually focus on marketing more than sales. Um, that's where generating the leads, uh, in my view, is more important than um, closing the leads. So if you're at the very beginning of your journey, I would recommend focus on the marketing more than the selling. And just remember that the best marketing is a good product. So if you are able to generate leads, if you are able to generate brand awareness, if you are able to deliver results in advance of asking for the sale with an offer for your product, that's the best marketing, where the closing of the sale is kind of a foregone conclusion if you've helped people through your free content to get results, understand their problem, understand the offer, understand how you can help solve them. Then when you position the product, it's not that sales has to be this complex thing with lots of handling of objections and all that. If you do the job well in the marketing, the sales process gets a lot easier. I'd love to hear your comments. Hit the like button and leave a comment down below if you have any questions at all about any of this or any comments. And be sure to subscribe if you like this video. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. I wish you all the success in your business.